Wake up, St. James. Today is February 23rd. I am Jackson here with Lexi for today's news. Let's get started with Em and Amber with today's readings and prayers.
Mission statement: St. James Catholic School is a Christ-centered community inspired by the charism of the IHM sisters that prepare students for a life of learning and service to God.
Today is Thursday, February 23rd. Today's reading tells us of Jesus' first miracle. In Jesus' time, to run out of food or drink at a wedding would bring great shame to the family. Jesus transforms water into wine. At the Last Supper, he will offer wine as a symbol of his blood, his very life given for us.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. On the third day there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have new wine." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now standing there were 6 stone water jars for the Jewish rites of purification. Jesus said to them, "Fill the jars with water." He said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the chief steward." When the steward tasted the water that had become wine and did not know where it came from, the steward called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, but you have kept the good wine until now." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Our vocations and intentions today is for our seminarians, sisters, information, priests, and religious. O God, hear our prayer, and let our cry be one to you. Bless our diocese of Savannah, with many vocations to the priesthood, diaconate, and religious life. Give the men and women your call, the light to understand your gift, and the love to follow always in the footsteps of your priestly Son. Amen. Prayers are requested for Shepherd Lynch, special intentions, Olivia McCoy's mom, and Miss Ryan. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Teachers and students, there are a few announcements. Girl Scout Troops 155 and 476 will not have a meeting today. Permissions lists for Thinking Day and all cookie money must be given to Miss Blackson by today. There's a National and Junior Honor Society tutoring today after school from 3:15 to 4 o'clock. The students are Tristan DeLoach, Cody Cowan, Drew Morin, Nolan Von Bruni, Aaron Lambert, Ava Farley, Mary Simons, and Maddie Clark. Back to you, Lexi and Jackson.
Thank you, Emma and Amber. Today is going to be a great Thursday. Let's start with today's birthdays. Who do we have today, Jackson?
Today, we want to wish a happy birthday to Michael Bostic.
Happy birthday. Let's continue with our celebration of Black History Month.
Who do we have today, Mrs. King?
Well, this morning we're going to start with our 6th grade students. I have with us today Cole, Austin, Anna, and Chase.
Frederick Douglass. Douglass was born a slave in Talbot County, Maryland. Unlike most slaves, Frederick learned how to read and write as a child. He escaped to freedom in 1838. From then he devoted his life to reading and writing about the horrors of slavery. In 1855, he published one of his famous books, My Bondage and My Freedom.
Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a leader of the Civil Rights Movement. He preached nonviolence in the fight for equal rights for African Americans. In 1964, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He was assassinated in 1968, but his name and message of peace still lives on.
In 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks refused to stand up and give her bus seat to a white man. She was arrested, and blacks in Montgomery refused to ride the bus for more than a year. In 1956, segregation on public buses was declared unconstitutional.
Saint Martin de Porres, patron saint of social justice and public education. Martin de Porres was born in Lima, Peru, the son of a white Spanish nobleman and a free black woman from Panama. He became a Dominican lay brother. At times, Martin simply put his hand on sick or injured persons, and God cured them.
Now from 3rd grade, we have Larkin.
Frederick Douglass was born in Hillsborough, Maryland in 1818. He was born into slavery. Frederick was separated from his mother when he was a baby. He never met his father. When Frederick was 12 years old, his master's wife taught him how to read. He later taught over 40 slaves how to read from the Bible. Other slave owners did not like him teaching him how to read. Frederick was beaten daily and tried twice to escape but was captured. In 1838, Frederick dressed up as a sailor and escaped to New York City. When he went to Massachusetts to try and stop slavery, Frederick joined the abolitionist cause. People who were against slavery were called abolitionists. There he was married Anne Murray. She was a free black woman. They had 5 children. Frederick gave many speeches to people about slavery. He became a famous speaker for the abolitionist cause. However, he became scared of being caught by his own slave owners. He moved to Great Britain for 2 years to avoid being caught. In Great Britain, he continued to give many speeches about stopping slavery. Frederick wrote his autobiography, Narrator of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave. This book became a bestseller. He later wrote over 2 more books about his life. He also produced several abolitionist newspapers. The most famous was called North Star. Frederick was famous for giving speeches about equal rights for all people. He wanted women to be able to vote. Frederick fought for the rights of all black soldiers during the Civil War. He helped advise President Lincoln. After Civil War, Frederick continued to give many speeches about slavery. He became the president of Freedmen's Savings Bank. He was offered several important political positions. On February 20th, 1895, Frederick Douglass died of a heart attack. He was buried in Rochester, New York.
Thank you, Larkin. And now we have 2 more 3rd graders, our last ones for the day, Finn and John Patrick.
Zacchaeus Roosevelt Robinson was born on January 31st, 1919 in Cairo, Georgia.
He was raised by his 4 siblings and by a single mother.
Zacchaeus was a great athlete and played football, basketball, tennis, and track.
He went to college at UCLA and was drafted in the Army when World War II broke out.
Soon after he left the Army, he began to play professional baseball.
In 1947, he became the first African American to play in the major league when he was drafted by the Brooklyn Dodgers. He won Rookie of the Year that year and MVP in 1949.
He was a 6-time All-Star, and the Dodgers played in 6 World Series when he was on the team.
He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962.
Zacchaeus Robinson suffered from diabetes and passed away from a heart attack in 1972.
After he died, Jackie's number in baseball, number 42, was retired from the Major League Baseball, so it can no longer be worn. This was the first and only time this has happened.
Zacchaeus was also the first African-American TV sports journalist and first vice president of a major African-American corporation.
He will forever be remembered for his many contributions to our country in many different areas.
Thanks, guys. Tomorrow we will have 4th and 5th graders.
Thank you for tuning in to Wake Up St. James.
See you tomorrow.